Was the beast from the sea in the book of Revelation a prediction of modern day governments?
Is this the end of days?
No. But listen, before we jump in all the way to this, let's get something straight. Revelation is full of strange, terrifying images, dragons and beasts and monsters of war. But where do they all come from? And what did they mean to those first readers of the document? And what, if anything, do they mean for you and me? That's what we're unpacking today. Hi, I'm Corey, and this is RedeemerOnline.church, where I help you understand and practice the Christian faith, whether you go to church or not. Now, right before the beast of the sea appears in the book of Revelation, the great adversary or enemy finally makes its appearance, and it's pictured as a dragon. And that dragon stands on the beach and calls forth a beast from the sea. And I saw a beast coming out of the sea. It had 10 horns and 7 heads, with 10 crowns on its horns, and on each head a blasphemous name. The beast I saw resembled a leopard, but it had feet like those of a bear and a mouth like that of a lion. Okay, let's pause right there and talk about this imagery, because like much of Revelation, this imagery isn't random or original. It's a recycling of older prophetic visions from the author's religious tradition, especially, in this case, from the book of Daniel. Daniel has this dream of 4 great beasts emerging from the sea: a winged lion, a bear, a leopard, and a final beast with 10 horns. The interpretation of Daniel's dream and prophecy was that these beasts would represent 4 kingdoms who would dominate God's people throughout history, but the 4th beast would come and be a great empire that would eventually be toppled by God himself. Now, John, in his vision, melds all 4 images into one ultimate gruesome monster, and his readers would have immediately connected it to Rome. From John's perspective, Rome is now that final kingdom, that pagan empire that's making war with God's people. One of the heads of the beast seemed to have a fatal wound, but the fatal wound had been healed. This is a not-so-veiled reference to the belief floating around at the end of the 1st century that Emperor Nero had not actually died a few decades earlier, or if he did die, he had been resurrected. The whole world was filled with wonder and followed the beast. People worshipped the dragon because he had given authority to the beast, and they also worshiped the beast and asked, "Who is like the beast? Who can wage war against it?" The beast was given a mouth to utter proud words and blasphemies and to exercise its authority for 42 months. Maybe you remember from a previous video, numbers matter, and 42 months is equivalent to 3.5 years, which is half a 7. And that's a subtle sign to the reader. The reigning of the beast isn't going to be complete or perfect. The reign of the beast is not the whole story. There's going to be more. It opened its mouth to blaspheme God and to slander his name and his dwelling place and those who live in heaven. It was given power to wage war against God's holy people and to conquer them. And it was given authority over every tribe, people, language, and nation. All inhabitants of the earth will worship the beast, all whose names have not been written in the Lamb's book of life, the Lamb who was slain from the creation of the world. So, who is this beast? It's godless government. Rome isn't just destructive, it's animated by the demonic. The dragon gave the beast his power and his throne and his great authority, and the beast is using it to crush those who want to follow the way of God, the way of Jesus. The readers already knew this. They had lost many of their brothers and sisters to the justice system of Rome. And at the same time, Rome was also conquering the world. Everyone was being called to worship this beast, and if they refused, it would cost them their lives. But its power and its authority all come from the dragon. It comes from the enemy of God and all that's good. It's wild, though. Despite all this dehumanizing destruction that the beast causes, people are still drawn to worship it. People will bow to it as the path to power. Whoever has ears, let them hear. If anyone's to go into captivity they will go. If anyone is to be killed with the sword they will be killed. This calls for patient endurance and faithfulness on the part of God's people. So part of the plan of the dragon, John's apocalyptic adversary of God, the devil, if you will, part of the plan is to empower and operate through anti-God political power, an empire who will demolish and make war with God's people, emperors who will call themselves chosen sons of God. But in practice, they'll violate every value that God has instilled in his people. And yet, despite this obvious anti-God behavior, many people are going to be enamored with this beast. As it rolls over nation after nation, gaining power, people are going to become captive to its alluring authority. John wants his people to know. He wants those churches, those small communities of Jesus followers all over the ancient world. He wants them to be patient, to endure this beast's reign, to stay faithful, because its reign is only going to be for 42 months, 3.5 years, which is half of 7 again, the number of perfection, meaning it won't be perfect. It won't be complete. It won't be forever, which raises some intrigue, right? I mean, if this beast won't rule forever, then what comes next? We're going to answer that in a future video, but for now, I got to wonder, what do you think about this? I mean, is there any meaning for us here? Is the beast a prediction of some modern day government or political party? I don't think so. John was talking about Rome then. He was helping his readers see the destructive dragon-like force behind the Roman government that was eradicating the dignity and value of other human beings. And he wanted the church to resist the seductive temptation to align with that kind of power. But that's not about now. Or is it? When governments operate in inhumane ways, eradicating the dignity and value of human beings, I think the same beast of the sea is rearing its 7 heads. When leaders demand absolute loyalty and push policies that strip people of their dignity, we see the echoes of the beast again. The question is, are we resisting or are we worshiping? When you see the seductive power of politics wooing people away from the way of Jesus, offering their unwavering allegiance to this leader or that, I think we're seeing a version of the beast again. It's interesting. John's message to the church is to patiently endure political empires that dehumanize and demolish people, and remain faithful. Don't offer your allegiance to them. Don't blindly follow them. Don't be caught captive. But that can be pretty difficult, right? This is where I'd love to hear from you. What stood out to you in this passage? Do you see the beast at work in today's world? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit subscribe. If you don't want to miss out on anything else we got going on here at Redeemer Online, join the email list. And if you want personalized, customized, one-on-one help when it comes to your faith journey, throw a wave emoji in the comments and we can get connected. I'd love to help you get some clarity and direction when it comes to your spiritual life. And every Monday, we have a live stream where we go through a liturgy together, some time to pray and read scripture and reflect. If you want to join that, it's at 9 a.m. Central, right here on this channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.